George.
Thank you.
Yes.
What are your general thoughts about the upcoming season?
My general thoughts, I'm excited. I am excited to see how this team's going to respond. Um, Given what I saw last year and how we grew in a short period of time, I think these guys are ready to take the next step toward becoming a team. There was a lot of individuals, but individuals can win games, but teams win championships. And my number one goal is to create an environment where you can thrive, where you can succeed, where you can reach your full potential holistically. And there's a lot of work to be done with that, but we're making steps in that direction. So, and I believe that the scoreboard, the wins and losses will take care of itself as long as we create the environment that we're looking for, the standard.
And what did you learn in 1 year as a college head coach?
Oh my God. I learned a lot. I learned that winning is not easy. Winning is not easy. And for playing the game, actually physically playing the game, you can have an outcome on that. You know, I can impose my will on someone. You know, that was my life as a football player, but as a coach, I can only prepare you as best I can, and then I got to let the reins go. And that was a learning experience. I've also learned that as a head coach, you are a student. I mean, I'm learning a lot about myself. I've been stretched beyond belief as a man, as a head coach, because you're responsible for 105, 115 young men, but also a staff. And there's a level of accountability I have to be held to when I wake up every morning that, okay, I have to be it. I can't just talk about it. I have to be the example, and I've always been that way as a player, you know, to live my creed that way. So those are the things that I've learned. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new learning experience. And I just try to create an environment where there's structure, but not so much structure I don't give them room to, or the freedom to be who they are. I want them to experience who they're going to become. Is everybody's process is different, everybody's path is different. But if we're going in the same direction, great, but I want them to have the freedom to express who they are, nothing that.
And what do you like most about your team this year?
Oh man, I love the grind. They know how to work. In fact, you gotta pull the reins in a little bit on them, and that's a good thing. Collectively now, their personality, they have a ton of personality, and it's a great thing to have that. But it's something where you have to direct that energy in a positive and a constructive way, a very focused way, and a very detailed way that you can't overlook or take for granted 1 second, because that 1 second is a slight edge that your opponent can gain on you. So every moment counts, and they attack every day like it's their last. They take on every challenge that's put out to them, and that's going to be the key for us, is that how we can continue to become a team and grow and evolve every single day. And that's what I love about these guys. I love them like they're my own sons. I would never tell them that, but you know.
What's your biggest challenge for your team this year?
Our biggest challenge will be becoming a team. I think that's you never have a finished product until in your last game, you played your last game. It's always going to be that process. It's understanding that there's always lessons to learn, whether you win or you lose. If we win, you know, we start off 3-0, we still have to improve. It's not like we're on easy street. You're never on cruise control. So we've got to learn how to be consistent every single day and fight through fatigue, fight through adversity, really learn one another. I think that's going to be our biggest challenge, is understanding our wants, our desires, and putting aside your personal desires to help someone else achieve theirs. Because as the water rises, all boats rise, and that's got to be the mentality. It's how can I help my teammate accomplish his goals? Because as a coach, I want to see my coaches successful. I want them to go on to become head coaches one day, and I have to give them the room, the freedom, and the knowledge and the inspiration to do just that. So again, that's going to be our biggest challenge, is to die to our ego and not let the ego get in the way. And hopefully we can win a lot of ball games in between that time.
And what are your general impressions of the OVC this year?
There's been a lot of change in the OVC, since I've got into the league last year. We've added another team. This will be the last year for Murray State. So there's a lot of change within it. I think my overall impression of the conference is a lot of parity. Every week you've got to play your best game, because you can get knocked off by anybody on any given week. You saw UT Martin last year run through the OVC pretty much into that last game against SEMO. And we beat Austin P last year. We got our butts kicked against SEMO and UT Martin. So there are some teams that you cannot take for granted. So there's a lot of great quality players, great coaches, a lot of history in this conference, and that's what I love about coaching in the OVC and coaching in FCS football.